welcome back to our Endgame Spectacular that we've been doing. Hope you guys liked last episode and are ready for this episode. We're still with the J&J Avengers. Say hi, everyone.
Hey, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
I fucking hate you all. So welcome to part 2 of our episode.
Back.
Yeah, right? You guys are one snap away. I'll fucking tell you. But yeah, we've got a great show lined up for you guys. Hope you like the conclusion of our 2-part episode. Hope you guys are having a good time. Remember, huge spoiler warning for Avengers Endgame.
Yeah.
And also huge spoiler warning for our first episode now.
Yeah,
If
so
you're trying to skip it.
Yeah, if you tried to skip it and go to here, we're in the middle of something when we start this.
So
Yeah.
this episode literally picks up directly where we left off last time. Directly where we left off.
Yeah, so if you guys haven't listened to our first episode yet, go check that out before you come back to this one. Also, if you haven't seen Avengers yet, please fucking watch the movie.
These would be the only 2 episodes so far that we have that you need to watch. You need to listen to in order.
Yeah, these are the only chronological ones. All the others you can do whatever the fuck you want.
this is the J&J Cinematic Universe.
That's right, it's starting, baby.
The year of J&J.
I can't wait for my standalone
Jeff.
movie. Where I just
Standalone Kevin movie.
hey there, everybody. How's it going?
It's just
right.
Kevin.
I went to the grocery store today.
Guys, it's time to get connected.
Alright, so going off of this girl crying,
Okay.
the next question is, did you cry?
Hell
during
no.
the movie?
I'm a man.
I did.
Did you really?
I did. I cried at one scene both times I saw the movie. And it wasn't like a sobbing. It was like, it brought like tears to my eyes.
Yeah.
And like the single one rolled down.
Okay.
Kind of think very dramatic. Very like, it was honestly, it was like an Instagram moment. Back in the day, it would have been a Kodak moment.
Tell us
Yikes.
what scene it was?
Yeah, so it's the cheeseburger scene at the very end, which sounds so
okay.
weird out of context.
I get it.
But
yeah.
it's when...
It really does.
Yeah, right? The
Cheeseburgers.
cheeseburger. Like, what the fuck?
It's sad what they do to those cows.
It's when Morgan and Happy are sitting. What'd you say?
It's sad what they do to those cows.
Eat more chicken.
Eat more
guys.
chicken.
But no, it's when Happy and Morgan are sitting there, and he's like, "Oh, are you hungry?" And she's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "What do you want?" She's like, "Cheeseburger." He's like, "Your dad liked cheeseburgers," and I don't know why that fucking guy.
That part made me
Reference to
laugh.
the first movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know, but
It's the
why
first thing he
that?
gets when he gets out of
When-
the...
yeah.
When he gets out.
Yeah, I want a cheeseburger. I'm not gonna lie, that part made me laugh.
Yeah.
But then I got emotional when he says, "I'm gonna get you."
When he's like, "Your dad loved you," he's like, "I'm gonna get you all the cheeseburgers you want." I'm like,
Yeah, that part made me tear up a little bit.
Yeah.
But when he says, "Your dad likes cheeseburgers," Brent and I were like, "Why would you say that?" Like, they just lowered her dad into the ground. It's like, "Yo, you know who else like cheeseburgers?"
"Your dead fucking dad."
Let me
6 feet down there, you know what I mean?
3,000 feet under the ground, bitch.
If he keeps that promise, we could have 2 fat superheroes.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
That's true. Oh, one's not enough. I need more.
No, I did like tear up a little bit. It's like a running gag with Myrna and I. I don't cry often, but then I cry for really dumb things. Like musicals make me cry a lot.
Me
I don't
too.
know. Just good music makes me want to cry.
There's clearly a line in this.
Yeah, I'm really stupid, but like I don't
so
cry for
fast.
things that you should cry for. But we're watching that movie and she is like in serious tears, and I'm like there, and I've just been holding my breath literally from the moment Tony Stark snapped until his official demise. I did not breathe. Like I was just like that.
That's a
Yeah.
tough scene.
Yeah.
It is.
That's the part where I got emotional. But it was just right there when before the snap, when he's like, "And I am Iron Man," and it just brought everything together. I'm getting choked up just saying it right now.
Yeah.
And that was I thought was amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I had
It's like when Pepper's like, "You can finally rest, Tony." I'm like,
Yeah.
oh man, that was
Yeah.
rough. That's when I exhaled. I went,
yeah.
and Rena's like, "Are you fucking
that part-
crying?" I was like, "No."
So,
That part got me.
yeah, that.
Just the whole I am Iron Man. You're like, God damn it, yes you are.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes
man.
you are.
And you always have been and always will be.
That's right.
Yeah, the other one was when Tony and Spidey reunited.
Yeah, that was a
when
tough
he
one.
finally hugs him. However, I think if like Peter would have just embraced it,
He
I
did.
feel like no, but he says this is nice, and that fucking it makes me think of that dog with the table that's on fire,
This is
sipping the cup, you know.
Yeah.
This is nice. Like,
Oh,
it made
yeah.
me think
Yeah, I
of
know
that.
what you're-
And I just went. I was like, wow,
That moment
was a
made me
moment.
love Tom Holland so much. It was like the perfect nerdy Spider-Man. Like, oh, okay, like yeah,
This is nice.
love that. Tom Holland.
So yeah, we
The
did
Pepper-
get emotional.
The Pepper scene with Tony is probably
Yeah.
the one that got like everybody.
Well, it's like Rhodey didn't even get to say like anything.
Fuck Rhodey.
And then the Pepper
okay.
scene too. It's like
I
when
consistently forget Rhodey's an Avenger.
he's still alive and she's trying to be strong, or whatever. And you see when he finally dies, like she loses it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Well, she's trying to smile. for
Yeah,
him.
she's trying to be. It's gonna be okay.
You're
It's
gonna be okay. You can rest.
Yeah, we're gonna be okay and whatever.
Yeah.
And when he finally
We're gonna be
dies, she
fine.
just
When she-
loses
You
it.
can
Yeah,
find
yeah.
You can rest now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly forget Rhodey's an Avenger. And Falcon, for that matter. I forget he was an Avenger.
Well, you better
He's
not,
Captain
'cause
America.
he's
now.
got-
Exactly.
America now.
And I'm not gonna lie, when he walked up, I was like, "What?"
I thought I was gonna go.
I was honestly really shocked it didn't go to Bucky.
yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
pissed off about that.
Also, have
I
you heard
wasn't.
the thing that War Machine might be a Skrull, like the entire time?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
That's
that
the
theory.
way we're going.
The things from Captain Marvel, the green people. That
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Who's War
like,
Machine again?
Rhodey.
Really?
Okay, what's his name?
War Machine.
Okay.
The Gray Iron Man.
Rhodey, Colonel Rhodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Played by
okay.
played by two different actors.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don Cheadle.
So was the Hulk. So.
And Terrence Howard.
So he's
Howard.
a scroll.
Another Howard.
Howard.
Oh my God.
It's coming full circle.
It really
So
is.
many Howards.
So
the
many
Howard
Howards,
conspiracy.
So many movies.
Ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So, do you believe they brought back Harley, who is the kid from Iron Man 3, in case anybody doesn't know who it is, because he's going to become Iron Lad like he does in the comics for the next phases of the MCU?
Oh, I hope he doesn't. That's all I have to say about that. I hope
never
he
saw
doesn't.
Iron Man 3.
You didn't see Iron Man 3? Well, there's a little kid that Tony lives out of the garage from. That's the last time you see him.
Tony lives out of the garage.
No.
Yeah. He lives out of a garage because he's like on the run from the Mandarin, but it's not really the Mandarin. It's actually, what was it, Atlas? What the fuck they're called?
Extremis?
Extremis,
That
yeah.
was close.
No.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
Well, Extremis is the drug. I know what you're thinking of. You're thinking of the company.
Yeah, the company.
I forget
Isn't
the
it
name of
called
the-
Atlas? It starts with an A, I thought.
I'll look it up.
Acme.
Acme at Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
But no. So there's a little kid that helps Iron Man out when he's like getting back on his feet, and that's the random kid that's sitting there at the funeral.
Yeah.
That when he goes by, you're probably like, who the fuck was that?
Yeah, that was me.
It was that was
I was
it was
like,
like
what?
everyone. They're like, wait a minute, and Borja and Jeff figured it out.
Yeah.
Well, because Jeff watched all the movies before leading up to Endgame, so he recently watched it.
I rewatched all of them.
He rewatched all the movies.
Yeah, I'm just really smart, and I figured it out.
Yeah.
Just like that. Just
Yeah.
like a snap. Ah, let's get it.
That would be interesting to have that kid come back because that's literally the last time you see him is Iron Man 3. That's the last you hear of him. The last time he's ever mentioned. I forgot he existed.
I mean, I hope not, because it's already like they've already established Spider-Man to be kind of like Iron Man's protege at this
Yeah,
point.
exactly.
So like, so what
why
was the
bring
point
him
of all
back?
that if
Why?
you're gonna bring this kid back to be
Well,
the
because
Iron
I guess-
Kid or whatever?
Because Spider-Man's becoming his
AIM.
own character. Huh?
AIM.
AIM.
Advanced
That's what
Idea
it was.
Mechanics.
No.
AIM. I knew it started with an A. I'm doing good.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
I knew it started with an A too. I just knew it wasn't whatever you said.
A
it was.
plus.
Thank you. A plus.
Nice,
AIM.
dude.
So it would be interesting to bring Harvey. What the fuck?
Har-
Harvey.
Harvey? Is it
Harley.
Harley.
Howard.
Howard.
The Howard Chronicles continue.
It's Harley.
To bring Harley back because it just like Borja said, it doesn't. What's the point in setting up Iron Man or setting up Spider-Man to be like Tony's?
Yeah, like Tony's apprentice
like,
or whatever.
Apprentice ward, whatever you want to call it.
I mean, he made all the suits, the suit or whatever, the Iron Spider suit, whatever it's
Yeah.
called, for him. And why would you bring this kid back? I don't
But
know.
then
I
why
don't
was he at the funeral? That's
what I'm
a good
saying.
question.
know. Yeah.
They probably are gonna do it. I don't want them to.
Yeah, they got to continue Iron Man somehow.
I make medic or
Rescue.
Rescue.
Iron
Oh,
Maiden.
okay.
yeah, mercy.
Maiden.
Mercy.
Heroes never die. I don't know. Yeah. What the heck? What Iron Maiden? That's what you guys call
Iron
it.
Maiden, yeah.
Let her do it. Or
Well,
don't bring one.
Pepper's done. Like her contract's
Yeah,
up.
well, I think they had to like beg for her to even appear in the last two movies she was in.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would you leave the Avengers?
Like a lot of people don't want. Like the original guy who played Red Skull in Captain America is not the same guy that plays in Infinity War and
Really?
Endgame. Yeah, it's a totally different actor.
Yeah.
Because the guy just didn't want to come back. He had like a 2 or 3 movie contract with Marvel, and when they're like, "Hey, it's time for you to do those other 2 movies," he was like, "I really don't want to," and so they were like, All right, fine. You don't have to.
It's honestly
And so-
mostly just scheduling conflicts. Like
Yeah.
they've made how many movies? Like how many a year? It's
Yeah,
like,
but what is Gwyneth Paltrow doing besides selling pseudoscientific like garbage on the internet?
I mean, it takes time to do that.
Those
It takes a lot of time to convince people that you need it, and then
Lot of lives to ruin
actually
there.
sell it.
All right, consider yourselves connected. That's the episode.
You go, Gwyneth. We support you.
You go, girl.
Sponsor us.
You go,
Goop.
girl, sponsor us with Goop.
Goop it up.
If you could recast any character from the MCU, who would it be and why?
Harvey.
Every Howard. Every Howard in the movie.
Wasn't Howard Stark? Wasn't he a recast?
Yes.
Yeah, because it was a different actor from
There's an
America.
older version and there's a younger version of him.
and they're different people.
No,
No.
it's the same guy
No way.
who plays him,
What?
but the younger one, the one from
Captain America.
Captain America, is not the same one that plays it in Iron Man 2 or in the other ones, because it should be someone different, I believe.
Okay. Who would I recast?
I don't know.
It's not the same one from Captain America, you said?
It's not the same one because Iron Man 2 comes out before Captain America,
Okay, because I liked him.
but that would have to be a younger Howard Stark anyway. Because it has to be a younger one in those movies.
Who would I recast?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It was completely different, because that's the one from Civil War. And I guess he's older.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
They do like aging people.
Yeah, they do. And
They do,
reverse
but,
aging
like-
them and
Yeah, but this guy, the young Howard Stark, has like a how do I say this? Smaller head, I guess, and the new Howard has like a very long head. And so when he was like Howard, I'm like, am I supposed to know this guy? Like, I was confused for just a quick sec.
I don't know. I think they did a great job, or at least maybe we're just used to them now. At this
yeah,
point.
we just grown accustomed
It's
to
been
them.
11 years of these things, so it's
Yeah.
like
it's actually a super hard question.
Yeah,
There
that
isn't
is.
very many characters that I can think.
And then, like, what actor would you get to replace them?
Yeah.
Like,
I think I would definitely recast Captain America as Nicolas Cage. I think that he would really.
You're the biggest idiot I've ever had the displeasure of sitting next to.
well, we know who's
Which-
not invited to the next panel.
And that's a lot, 'cause
You
Jeff
guys
is on my
looked
other
at me like I
side.
was being super serious.
I mean, I was ready because none of us have an answer.
Yeah, well, honestly, they did a really good job of casting.
I don't.
maybe the one I can think, and they already recasted him, was War Machine.
Yeah,
Is I don't know, like in this last movie, what's his name? Don Cheadle looked ancient.
he did. He
He
looked
looked
old
really
as fuck.
old.
He's getting old.
5 years later.
Yeah,
5 years. I'm
I'm saying
50.
I would have said that, except for
Well, you
in this
gotta-
movie, because
you gotta
Don
remember,
Cheadle
he
was
got-
great in this movie.
He got fucked
He
up in
was
Civil
good
War.
in
though.
this
that's true.
He
He
got
had it rough.
fucked in Civil War.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, he's paralyzed now.
Yeah.
Like that's got to do something to your
yeah,
hairline.
but I don't think Don Cheadle actually got fucked up. 'Cause it's all green. It's all green screen. CGI.
He's like, bro, you don't understand. They beat the shit out of Don Cheadle.
Don Cheadle, there's no reason for you to be that fucking ugly after 3 years.
So I mean, that's
Just
the one I
bring
can
Terrence
think of.
Howard back.
And then another one is probably whoever plays Falcon, whatever his name is. What's his
Anthony Mackie.
Yeah,
Anthony Mackie. Just because a lot of times he just reminds me of Will Smith too much.
I just
cast him as Will Smith.
Right? Just put Will Smith there.
I think he's too forgettable.
He
Like
really
I said,
is, yeah.
I genuinely forget that he's in the Avengers.
Yeah.
Like, all the time.
Which one, Don Cheadle or
Both.
yeah.
Both, but more so Anthony Mackie, because I did not remember what his superhero name was until someone told me recently.
the Birdman?
That, yeah, I was like, what's that Hawk dude? They're like, Hawkeye? I'm like, no, not him.
No,
the
the
other
one
guy.
that flies. Vulture? No,
No, yeah.
the Avenger that flies.
Everyone?
It's really easy to remember now. It's Captain America.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
guess.
Yeah, so I'm sticking with Anthony Mackie.
Anthony Mackie.
Get rid of him. And especially he's going to be Captain America now. It's like, no.
It's the
You
fresh-
need somebody, like you said,
Fresh
he's
Prince of
forgettable.
America.
Yeah.
He's forgettable. You need somebody there. that's
Unless
gonna-
he can prove himself to be a great captain. Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
See, well, that's the thing is he's always been a supporting character. So going now as Captain America, it'll be like his first time to be like a main character.
Yeah, so we'll
So
see.
maybe-
Hopefully he owns it, but
I'll say
Yeah.
this. In this specific movie, I think that Mark Ruffalo left something to be desired. in his performance.
I think
Really?
he was great.
I thought it was
Really?
I thought he was fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, the
And
second
Endgame,
he showed up
yeah.
on the screen, we fucking lost
I think
it.
he,
Oh no, he was real funny there.
I think he was finally able to shine as the
Yeah,
as
really.
a-
I mean,
as
he
a
wasn't
whole.
on set at all, was he?
Well, he was on set when he was talking
Yeah.
to the wise one, but like
Well, no, I think he
they captured him very well
mocap
as
suits
a
or
Hulk.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did a very good job. Like they
I
got Ruffalo
In the Hulk.
in the Hulk. Yeah.
You know, hey, is it too much to ask for a remake of the Hulk with Mark Ruffalo?
Well, see, it's all
is.
movie rights, right?
Yeah.
Universal owns it.
Yeah, Universal owns the movie rights. So Hulk can be in a movie if he's a side character, but if it's a main character,
You got to go through Universal.
yeah, they gotta go through
That's
Universal.
lame.
Yeah.
Is that why they're just sticking with like
Side
the
stuff.
Yeah,
That's why they put him in Ragnarok, because that's as much as a
that's basically
stand.
Hulk.
Yeah, it
Hulk
really
2
Hulk
there.
2. Yeah.
Hulk 2, 4, 3.
It's like Planet Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what they're going for.
Great.
But now Hulk's arm is all fucked up. So like,
Probably heal.
It'll heal.
so I
be fine.
I don't know because he didn't seem like after like all that time had passed, he still wasn't healing like.
All that
the
time had
Hulk.
passed. It was immediately.
like
he
days.
snapped, and then
It was like a couple
Thanos came, and
days.
Yeah, but the Hulk
You
is
think they had
no
Tony Stark's body hanging out for months?
a week.
Oh, so his arm's gonna heal in a week?
Yeah, doesn't the Hulk have a healing factor?
Okay, he just used the
He just
Infinity
used the
Stone.
Infinity Stone.
He just
I don't know.
snapped
I'm-
half the universe back into existence.
I think that Hulk is just going to be the new brains of the group. He's not going to do much fighting anymore.
like the
because I
Professor
think-
X of the crew.
Exactly, because I think his arm is
Professor
going to
Hulk right
stay damaged.
He is Professor Hulk.
Yeah, Professor. Yeah, Doctor Hulk or Professor Hulk?
Professor Hulk.
Professor Hulk.
Yeah.
Hulk PhD. Actually thinking about it, I think that you could recast Hawkeye to maybe.
You don't like Jeremy Renner?
I think Jeremy did a great job.
I think he did.
I think he did a good job in this movie, but like
Well,
he's really forgettable for me.
I wanted to see more Ronan.
Yeah,
He was
I wish
cool.
they would have let that go a little bit longer. Like, can they show what happened in Mexico when they
Yeah.
found all the bodies?
I'll take a standalone Ronan.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Put that thing on Disney Plus. I'll watch it.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Next question.
Right. Is Thor going to show up in Guardians 3, or is he just catching a ride to space?
He's definitely
gonna
gonna
show
show
up.
up
He's
and
gonna
go.
be, yeah.
And it's gonna be called as Guardians of the Galaxy.
Pit,
For sure, it will be. You'll see.
people loved the Thor Ragnarok and like his humorous take on like Thor and all that, and so they went full force with that, as you saw in Endgame. I'm not a fan of it.
You don't like Fat Thor?
I don't. First of all, I don't like Fat Thor, and I was genuinely disappointed.
We're gonna get to that later.
So we don't have to dive into that.
Keep those in.
Okay, we'll get to
inside.
that later.
Keep that anger
But-
inside.
Well, he also he did a lot with Guardians of the Galaxy and Infinity War too.
That's true.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
was basically
He would,
like
yeah.
one of them.
So yeah, my answer to that is yes. He
I
definitely
think
will be
he's
in
a-
Guardians 3. It's going to be called as Guardians of the Galaxy.
I
You
don't
heard
know
it
if he'll
here
be a
first on
main
J&J
character in
Connections.
it. He might show up for part of it. I don't
No,
know.
I
if
think
he'll-
he's
he
a
gonna
main
go?
character. I think he's a main
Where's he
character.
gonna go if he's not with the Guardians?
Yeah, I think,
Yeah, I think he's a main character.
Nowhere.
Well, they brought James Gunn back, so who knows?
Nowhere's destroyed.
Who's James Gunn
Oh
again?
damn it.
Director.
Oh shit, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
It's going to be a
right, I
while though
remember
because he's going to do
He has
Suicide
to do,
Squad.
I wish we
Suicide
could
Squad
James
2.
Gunn.
So
Oh, really?
Guardians 3 was actually supposed to come out next year, but since they fired him, Disney screwed themselves over.
So now we gotta wait.
Well, kind of, sort of, because he just
I didn't like
made $1
Guardians
billion
2.
in
You
a
didn't
weekend.
like Guardians 2? See, I like Guardians 1 more than I like Guardians 2.
Same.
Guardians 2, I think, is still a good movie. But compared to number 1, like, Guardians 1 is probably one of my favorite Marvel movies of all time.
That's a good time.
That's
Well,
it.
Guardians 2 is a good 3/4 of the way through. Then it just becomes exposition alley.
Yeah,
Like the-
very true.
That's-
Oh, it's
True.
like, stop it, guy with, whatever your name is.
Ego.
Yeah, what's the actor's name? Kurt Russell. Like,
Kurt
shut
Russell.
up. And
Which
then
is a
David
very random
Hasselhoff shows up, like, oh, stop
I
it.
will say the end of that movie I bawled during the
Yondu?
funeral for
During
Yondu.
Yondu, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh shit, yeah, that's
Well, I
right.
never got that because Yondu was an asshole up to that point, and all of a sudden it was like, "Oh, Yondu's dead."
There
Well,
was
good
just-
for him. He was an asshole the entire
That's
time.
Where was Sylvester Stallone in that movie?
He was
He's
one of the
part- he's
original Guardians.
original Guardians, one of the original Ravengers.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Ravengers.
So I'm sure that's going to come into effect.
They were gonna make that into a thing, but I think they canceled it.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say they introduced a bunch of loose ends that never got tied up.
That's
Well, there's a
in
whole
that
other
movie.
They're saying that Guardians 3 is gonna tie up like the trilogy of these three, and if there's a Guardians 4 after, it's gonna be like a new team of Guardians of the Galaxy.
What?
Oh no.
Oh.
They're gonna tie up the rest of these guys' stories.
Thor leads it.
Yeah, right. The Asgardians of the Galaxy.
They're gonna
Maybe
get-
that'll be the 4th movie.
They're gonna get a skunk.
No, I'm thinking
He's
with it's a
thinking
third. It's a third.
Guardians
It's gonna be
Volume
a third.
3 is going to be Asgardians.
As Guardians of the Galaxy.
Volume 3.
You heard it first here
Yeah, first on J&J.
by
right.
Borja.
All right.
That's right.
All right,
Four.
next one.
All right.
There was. What aspect of the movie were you disappointed with?
Whole thing.
So, watching it the first time, I wasn't disappointed in anything. I had a fantastic time, start to end. Second time watching it, I was more critical. The beginning is slow.
Yeah.
The first hour of the movie, really, we were talking about this earlier, it could either have been gone or condensed into like a 20-30 minute thing.
Yeah.
Like, there's parts that like just drag on longer than they need to. Like when they're like the scene when he's like getting a selfie with the kids, and then Ant-Man's like, "You want a selfie for me too?" And then they're like, they sit there. He's like,
That was way too long of a
selfie?
bit.
Yeah, that was way too long of a bit.
And speaking of Ant-Man, I could have done without his like, what is going on? You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, he had to.
Kind of needed that because he's been
I mean,
stuck in the quantum.
because for him it's only been 5 hours.
It's been
Yeah.
5 hours. He was stuck in the quantum realm. He didn't know why he couldn't get out.
I get that, but like, I didn't need him like looking at all the stuff. What should have happened is he should have like went around, like came out and been like, "Yo, stuff is different. Oh my god, my daughter," and like run to him. Not
Well, that's what he.
That's what
did.
happened.
That's
Well, no,
exactly
he
what
like
happened.
he didn't. He went out and he like dealt with his own stuff. He like walked around, looked at all like the dead stuff. The first thing I
That's
wanted
when
to
he
as a
knows- that's
father.
what- he was looking at the stone to see if his daughter's
his
name was
daughter.
on
Yeah,
it.
because
Yeah.
when he
That's what he was
realized
looking for.
something's wrong, and so when he sees a memorial, that's when he goes looking for his
He's not
daughter.
looking for himself. He's looking for his
I
daughter.
guess I just
Yeah, but
it
when he
seemed really
doesn't,
long
he
to
sees
me.
himself and he doesn't see his daughter. I think that scene was fine. It's the I don't even know what the scene with like them.
It's all the build up.
Yeah.
It's just.
And like when they go to Tony's house and like they spend a little too long just awkwardly staring at each other, and they're just like
There's just a lot of dead time. I guess.
there's just
Yeah.
like and like I get or like when he's
But
having
you
like
could
the
have condensed it down
grievance,
to half hour.
like the little grievance party with one of the Russo brothers.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't really need that.
Yeah, me neither.
Like we understand that people.
What do you mean? That was the first openly gay character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Holy.
What a landmark!
Is that really the first one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. See how much of a non-issue it is.
That was the first openly gay. What? Mm-hmm. But the Russo brother is the first like openly.
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
But like, I still don't need the whole grievance party thing that's going
Yeah.
on. And then like,
Well, I kind of get that. Just because, Captain America's finding something else to do,
was
finding
world
some
building.
other purpose.
Not only that, I thought it was a really interesting idea of like, you take the idea of an apocalypse, and another thing about the Ant-Man scene was I thought it was really interesting that they show that Thanos' idea doesn't work. Like, so many things have fallen into disrepair and the world is barely limping on. But I like the idea of an apocalypse based on grief, of like, just one day everybody lost half their loved ones, and how do you psychologically move away from that?
I think the reason Thanos' plan didn't work is because it just suddenly happened.
Yeah.
Like, if you kill half the universe all of a sudden without, like, preparation, like, people aren't prepared. Like, if people aren't prepared...
just do like a doomsday timer.
But if people aren't prepared
Countdown
for
to
half the
Taco
workforce to
Tuesday.
disappear... No, but it's true. If you're not prepared for half the workforce to disappear, like...
I like the idea that
True.
Thanos goes down the line. It's like 1, 2, 1, 2. It's like
All right,
on the
people in
count of
group one
3.
over
It's just
here.
one. You're like trying to like switch your spot, trying to get out. Nope. I saw that.
No, poor Husty, one space away from me.
Shit, you fucked up the count. Everybody back together.
Back together.
All right, line it up, or I'll snap all of you away.
He goes down the entire universe before he does the snap, so it's like, he's like, yeah, man, planets have been waiting hundreds of years for this snap. I'm gonna have to go back to them.
Yeah. But
But I feel like just the beginning, watching it a second time, the beginning does get slow because I want to get to the time travel. I want to get to the second and third parts of the movie.
Yeah.
Like when they're time traveling and then the final battle, which is like 40 minutes or something like that, I fucking love it.
That was a 40-minute. Okay, was it just me or did it not feel like 3 hours?
No,
No,
doesn't.
it didn't.
it doesn't feel like
It doesn't
3
feel
hours,
like
which is the
3
nice
hours.
part about it.
Yeah.
Because it keeps going. and that's the nice part about it.
It's paced very well for the most part. It's just watching it a second time. There's some parts of the beginning where
Yeah.
I think they could have snipped off like 20 to 30 minutes.
I think,
Yeah.
and I think the difference between watching the first time and the second time, the first time you don't know what's going to happen.
That's
So
true.
you're just,
So you're just
on edge.
anticipation,
You're
Yeah.
tense the
Yeah.
whole time.
I was definitely on the edge of my seat the whole
Like
time.
even like at the very beginning, because obviously if you've seen Infinity War, you know that Hawkeye's family's about to get snapped. Like
Yeah,
my
yeah,
heart was
yeah.
racing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
Yeah, you know it's coming.
because I knew
Yeah.
it was coming, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh god.
Yeah, like this is way
Like-
too happy of a scene to start
Yeah,
this movie with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah, because we were talking about beforehand that we thought it was going to start with the snap again, just to remind
Just,
everybody.
Yeah.
this is how we're here.
But that's how they reminded everybody.
That's
Like
how they
just
did it.
Clint's family.
This lovely family
But when you see it
moment.
the
Like, it
second
could have been
time-
you.
When you see it the second time, you just want to get to the time heist. You want to get to the battle. Like you
Yeah,
just
you want to get to
wanna
but
get
you
there.
want to get to the good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just gotta get through
Yeah.
that.
So, like, watching it just one time, it's an amazing experience from start to end. Watching it a second time, you're a bit more critical. But it's still a fantastic experience. Like, there's still parts that, like, they make... When Clint's family dies, you know, you see it coming, but you still feel this sadness. Like, even though I saw it already, there was a part of me that wished, please don't do this to him.
Yeah.
Like, don't do this to him.
Yeah.
He doesn't need this.
Yeah.
And
He's
so it's-
retired and
Exactly.
living the family life.
I'll say this:
but-
I actually like laughed out loud when it just cut to 5 years later. I was just like it was like cut the head off and then boom black and it was 5 years. I went, oh okay.
Well,
I
sure.
was like, sure, that's fine.
Somebody bumped the fast forward button here.
Yeah, right. Like I don't know. I felt like that was a little too abrupt. I feel like I needed to see more of the ooh, now what? You know what I mean? They'd already had all those conversations, so I kind of felt lost at that point. I think they took too much time building the post-apocalypse world, but not the immediate apocalypse world. If that makes sense.
I kind of get that.
I mean, I'll be honest. I think Endgame was. I mean, like you said, the experience was amazing, and
Yeah.
just wrapping up all these years of movies and whatever, it was a great thing. But I think we also maybe cut it more slack than what it deserves, or not more than what it deserves, but we cut it more slack because there are some elements of the movie, like for example, the whole time travel thing. I really think it's a cop out. Like, okay, how are we going to reverse all of this? Well, it's travel through time. I mean, it's something that's been done before in so many movies, so many stories. So I find that was a little bit of a cop out. As even though it's hilarious, but the rat bringing Ant-Man back from the quantum realm.
Yeah.
Shout out to
was-
Remy from Ratatouille.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for real. It is kind of like it's hilarious, and there's been a bunch of stuff on the internet of how he's a true hero of Endgame and all that. But it's almost like they dug themselves a hole. Like, okay, now how do we get out of this? Like, oh, let's have a rat casually walk on this thing and activate this machine that's incredibly advanced.
It
and have,
makes sense that happened to Ant-Man because he's the most dumb luck superhero of all
that
time.
is true. Also,
Yeah.
And I wonder how many of those 14 million Endgames that Doctor Strange saw where the rat just didn't hit the right button.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like he's so close, and Doctor Strange's like, oh no, fuck!
Well, that was my other point at the end of the movie where Doctor Strange is saying there's only one way that this gets resolved. And so I really didn't get that. Like, what's the one way that you get the stones back? I thought we knew this from Infinity War. Like, why
Well,
would you give him the time stone at the end of
there's-
Infinity
the
War
thing
if you
that
know that you need him to defeat him?
Yeah, the thing that I noticed in watching it the second time is there's a point where Doctor Strange, he's stopping the water.
Yeah.
He's doing his tornado thing, and he just looks away. When it's when fucking Captain Marvel gets bopped. That's when he stops and he looks over at Tony, and that's when he puts up the one finger. I think before then, when the Tony's like, "Is this it?" He's like, "If I tell you, it won't come true." I think he wasn't sure. I think he didn't know if this was because 14 million. A lot of those have to go exactly the same, but maybe the moment when Captain Marvel gets punched, Thanos thinks to
Maybe-
take the Power Stone and punch her.
Maybe Doctor Strange has been through all these realities. So, he's got to protect that. So maybe he's been this whole time, doing this.
Yeah.
Like, he's fought this fight before, and he's like, okay, now I got to do this. If Captain Marvel doesn't get punched, it's not going to be the version that, it all happens.
But there's
Well, maybe he puts that expression on, like, okay, it's time. We finally got here, and now he's got to let Tony know that it has to be him.
hey, this is
Because maybe
I think
Tony
Tony
is
knew.
thinking,
I think
Tony was
knew,
like, wait,
and he was
do I do this?
And he was acknowledging, it's the one way.
yeah.
That this is the moment, Tony. I will say this about Endgame. Phenomenal film.
oh yeah,
Loved it. It's one of those rare moments where it was not a movie, it was a cinematic experience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've had a handful of those in my life, but I think it was overhyped. And I still think it's overhyped because people were saying because these girls will go, Loki girl will go on Facebook the next day and talk about how she cried the entire film. You know what I mean?
Which would be true.
And you're like, oh my gosh, you know. Some people will say this is like the most amazing film in the world. Like it was just. The expectations were here, and the same thing happening with Guardians. I didn't like Guardians of the Galaxy the first time I watched it. I watched it again, and I was like, no, this is a great movie. But it was just overhyped to all hell. But no, Endgame deserves the praise it's getting.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Don't think it's going to be the greatest movie. Just be ready for a great one, and then it'll become that.
I don't know if I told you guys or who I told after I saw it. Like, I don't know what to think of it. I don't know if it's a good movie or not. But it's like the perfect ending. Like you could have scripted it any other way.
It puts a bow,
except for the rat.
It puts like a nice bow on this gift of a series that Marvel has been building for us.
It really does.
It's 21 movies, 22 movies in the making.
I think that Infinity War is possibly a movie that we will go back and look at like 20 years from now, like we do Back to the Future, or like a very good movie. And I think that a lot of the amazing part of this movie was living through the last year of having all of the superheroes dead, and like Marvel was like the thing, because it left with such a big impact. And I think it would probably be a different experience to have watched Infinity War right before going into Endgame versus having that year of anticipation. So while you can say it was overhyped, and I definitely agree, I think a lot of this movie was almost just having experienced the last year.
And I think also having the scene at the end of Ant-Man and the Wasp where they do snap away the Pym, Mom, and the Wasp, just to remind you, like, hey, we did this.
Yeah.
Like, that was just
don't forget, that's not a one-off. This is affecting
everybody.
And even at the end of Captain Marvel, when they're all standing around the device and they're like trying to figure out what it is, and she kind of like shows up, it's just reminding you, like, they're still like, they don't know what to do. So
True.
I think they kind of reminded us throughout the year that, like, hey,
there's a problem here.
Yeah, there's still an issue.
I don't believe they should have released the Spider-Man trailer beforehand.
No.
I'm still really annoyed about that.
I think it really, like, it should have been released, like, this weekend.
Yeah.
Like, the weekend after Endgame, that's when they drop it.
Yeah, we didn't need to. You know what I mean?
I didn't need a Spider-Man trailer beforehand.
It didn't make sense to drop it because we knew they were coming back when we were going into it. Like, you know they're coming back.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't need this trailer to verify.
I doubt that Marvel's going to kill off all their brand new superheroes.
Yeah.
That's going to make them a bunch of fucking money.
Right.
Like,
Especially Spider-Man, who's arguably their biggest superhero.
Yeah.
That's true.
Half of me kind of hoped that the Spider-Man trailer was a red herring and that they were going to stay dead in this movie.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
That would have been
Half of me kind of hoped that they failed in this movie and they could not bring them back. And then after they were like, oh, by the way, that Spider-Man trailer?
April Fool.
We were just messing with you guys.
not effing real, you idiots.
Jokes on you guys, they're dead.
They're
Dead.
hella dead.
Final.
Let's move on to the next question.
So, who do you think was good? Who did you think was going to die before you saw the movie? I will say I thought Cap was going to die. Not Iron
I
Man.
thought Captain America was going to die and Tony was going to get his happy ever after.
Yeah.
Not the other way around. I knew Natasha was going... Fuck you. I knew that Natasha was going to die. Going into it, her standalone movie's a prequel. They don't need her anymore. Like, I had a feeling that she was going to do something to sacrifice herself to sort of be like her big hero moment.
Yeah.
Because it was the thing is like, you know, she was always kind of, like Borja said, a lower tier. She didn't have any power. She couldn't hang with the big Avengers, the big three as they were calling them. You know, Captain America, Iron Man, and Thor.
Yeah.
And the Hulk too, if you want to include him. So her having a moment where she shows that, no, I am a hero. I am an Avenger. Like, I knew that was coming going into it. And I'm like she's going to die.
Yeah.
And then when they start the movie with Hawkeye's family getting snapped away, I knew he was going to live. Because can you imagine if the end of the movie, Tony dies, Cap retires, and Clint's family doesn't get their dad back?
Ooh.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, that would be like.
The unholy trinity is sad.
I would have cried.
Yeah.
I think that would have broken me.
Loki girl would have. She would have died.
She's probably still sitting in that seat had that been the ending.
Yeah.
So like when I saw that, like
Keep
right
watching it.
Yeah, she just keeps watching it. I'm not leaving until you change it.
One of these realities, they don't die.
It's not okay.
Me, I thought nobody specific, but I thought it would have been a minor character, like maybe a Black Widow or War Machine, or
Yeah, War Machine. I could have saw
or
War Machine.
I thought it was gonna be
thought
somebody
more of
minor.
the, like older Avengers might die
Like Don Cheadle.
just because their contracts are ending up.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of them are, not all of them, but a bunch of them are. And I just figured, it's just easier to kill them. Than...
Yeah, I knew Captain America wasn't coming back, or Chris Evans wasn't coming back, so I was like, yeah, he'll die.
Yeah,
But-
when he was supposed in the comics, he's supposed to die during Civil War.
Yeah.
Oh.
And he comes back.
Yeah.
But yes,
They
that's
all
when he
do.
originally dies.
And that's when he originally dies in Civil War. So that's why I thought Cap's gonna make like his old because Cap's theme throughout all of his movies was sacrificing himself.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the first Avenger, he dives into the ice to save everyone, but then 80 years later he gets brought back.
Yeah.
So it almost like nullified his self-sacrifice because I'm okay now. So I think like him because he's always been like having like he's always thinking about his past, always thinking about what could have been, how he doesn't belong here, how he's basically just trying to make everything right.
Yeah.
I think that when he wields Mjolnir and then he starts like bopping Thanos around and then Thanos gets the upper hand and breaks his shield. When Cap's lying there and he's getting up, I was so ready for that fucking sword to just go through it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It was just stab through him and
Yeah.
just like shish kebab him.
I was like, bye-bye,
I
Cap.
was tensing. I was like, oh fuck, here it comes, here it comes, here it
Yeah,
comes. Here
yeah.
it comes. And then it didn't happen. I'm like, you let him stand up?
Yeah.
I'm like, what? You just want to knock him down again? You fucking Thanos in Infinity War beat the shit out of
Captain
America, which is one punch. He's just boom, just
We
right
hit,
in the
we hit him
mouth.
with the gauntlet, didn't he?
No, so it was when
Well, he was holding down
He was
the gauntlet.
holding, yeah.
Yeah.
Chris Evans is holding the gauntlet back, and Thanos is like, oh wait, my right hand, boom, and just like gives him a good right hook.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, what the fuck are you waiting for? Like He's hit you with lightning. He's beat the shit out of you. You broke his shield. No, stab him.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, that
fucking
was-
kill him. That's what I was waiting for. And I was like, oh fuck. I'm like, here it comes. I'm like, imagine how brutal that would have been. Just,
It would have been.
oh my god.
I kind of thought that the original Avengers were all gonna die. Like the Hulk, Iron Man, Captain America, like all of them were just gonna
The
get wiped.
Avengers, the new class.
I also kind of assumed one of the girls from Black Panther was gonna die.
Yeah.
Like his sister.
Yeah, to like give.
Well, people love Shuri too much to kill her.
Yeah, that's true.
But they all
They'd
have a second
riot.
movie, so they wouldn't have killed her.
Is she like a Disney princess now or something?
Yeah,
They
technically.
won't.
Yeah, they don't want. They're not gonna kill her.
Technically, Thor's a Disney princess too.
Is he?
He's
Friends.
a prince.
Disney.
Well, I mean, in that one comic series, he was a princess.
Yes.
What?
But Deadpool,
We're getting off topic.
All right.
Deadpool could be a princess too, because he's owned by Disney.
True.
I'm done.
Next question.
Yeah.
Did you make it through the whole film without using the bathroom once?
Yes.
Sure did.
I was dehydrated, but yes.
Yeah,
I made
I
it.
was starving like I am now and dehydrated.
Yeah, Myrna and I didn't eat hours before because we were like,
Yeah,
frick,
no.
no.
Yeah,
Really?
I didn't drink water for 24
Same.
hours before the movie.
I did.
24
I got-
hours?
No, well, maybe not 24 hours, but the story works better if I say
His
24
pee
hours.
came out like dust after the film.
Yeah.
But guys, I need a water bottle now.
Now,
Oh,
I need
my
a
Lord.
strawberry lemonade.
Did you
from
chug water
Walmart.
after?
I mean, I tried to snap my pee back into existence. Like,
No, come on.
Your bladder was just.
it was dust. It was worth it though.
Yeah, for sure.
We've kind of talked about this already, but were you happy with how the film ended? Did
Yeah.
you feel every character's storyline was resolved? And if not, who would you like to see their story worked more on?
Well, I mean, there's things that they're setting up for future films. So, like, Spider-Man's story is not resolved. Black Panther's not resolved. Guardians of the Galaxy not resolved. They're still going forward because they have other movies. Everybody that was supposed to be resolved is resolved.
Yeah.
Everybody this was it. This was their end. Like, everybody ended how they should have.
I do wish I would have gotten a little what next. You know what I mean?
Well, that's
Oh yeah, like
don't
somebody's
know. So,
coming back.
okay,
so they will
so-
return.
Nah, for me it had to
Spider-Man
be.
Far From Home is actually the last movie in Phase 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this one didn't end Phase 3, which is really fucking
It's
weird.
stupid.
I don't understand why it
It's
didn't
so
end.
Yeah, it's
weird.
super
But
dumb.
technically, the last movie of Phase 3 is going to be Spider-Man.
Like, why wouldn't they have Spider-Man be the start of Phase 4? Who's going to lead Phase 4 now?
Well, the girl that plays MJ in Far From Home, she posted something like her reaction. She posted something that said a picture of her reacting to the ending of Endgame with her knowing what's going to happen in Far From Home. So
And what was it?
she doesn't say. Oh well, yeah, her reaction, yeah, like exactly that.
How is she?
It's so like a surprised kind of like no way kind of reaction.
Okay.
So I'm sure they'll find a way
When's
to
Far
tie
From Home?
it.
That's next month, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's July.
I like
July?
the
Oh,
idea.
July? I thought it was June.
It's the July 5th.
I like the idea that 2
I thought it
months
was June.
after.
Yeah, I thought it was
June
June
Stark
5th.
Phoenix.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
I like the idea that right after the snap happens, everybody comes back. Somebody out there is like, "It's time to get back up to evil, boys.
Yeah.
We were done for 5 years."
That's true. Like, a whole villain group just came back like, all right, business as usual. Let's keep going.
They're all at a table similar to this one. They get snapped by like,
Whew.
oh.
Oh, okay. Well,
Hey, boys.
hey.
So what were you saying about that death beam thing?
Who's ready to ruin some arachnid boy's day?
So we kill his auntie, is what you're saying.
Oh, spoiler alert.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Call it now.
Calling
Aunt
it
May-
now.
Aunt May dead.
Oh my gosh, what if Aunt May is like actually old in this new movie?
Well, she's
No,
not.
she was
We
snapped.
saw her.
Well, we saw her in Endgame.
Oh
She was,
man.
she was
Come on,
at the
half you
funeral.
can't pork a 5-year-older lady.
She was at the funeral.
Next question.
Alright, so we kind of answered this question. It's worded a little weird, so I'm going to try and fix it. Why did Thanos' daughter come back after she was sacrificed for the Soul Stone, but the other one couldn't come back? Referencing Natasha.
Because it was from
Yeah.
a different age.
Yes, it was a different... It was Gamora before she was sacrificed.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
the answer.
Next question.
It does raise
Sorry.
the question why Captain America didn't go back and save her while he was returning the Soul Stone.
Right. But anyway,
Good point.
how does it feel to be in better shape than Thor?
No, me either. Next question.
Now you can talk about Fat Thor.
It's a very relative term.
You can talk about Fat Thor now.
I'm chubby, but I still can't run up a staircase. Like,
Thor can at least do that.
yeah, he can at
he
least
can
do
He can
that.
go hammers akimbo too.
Yeah, I
That was
couldn't
so
do
fucking cool.
I get winded grabbing groceries, let alone a hammer.
I
said,
love.
What are you gonna answer? Like you're in better shape than Fat Thor?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
No.
Go ahead. Talk. Sorry.
I said I love Fat Thor, and as I said at the
See, it's hard
very
to say,
beginning,
Did you say Fat Thor?
Thor.
Fat
Fat Thor. It's
Try and say it really
say
fast,
it 5
Bob.
times fast, you
Yeah.
man.
Fat Thor.
Like I said, I have a strong connection with Fat Thor. Like he's.
Finally, some representation though.
Yeah, honestly, like that's what we were saying. Like,
Like, look,
there's a
man.
fat superhero.
You-
I can't wait
got
for
the-
Avengers 8 when all
you
the
got
fat
the white-
superheroes get together and
you
they
got
have
the
that
white-
action scene.
Look at it.
You got the white male, you have the females, you have the black male, you have the black females. Fucking trees and raccoons are represented, but not the fat guys. No, like fuck
There's no-
them.
and who do we get? The God of Thunder.
The God of Thunder.
We get the fat God of
The
Thunder.
God of Thunder. Thank
Like,
you,
I
Marvel
Got
and
it thunder
Disney.
thighs, maybe. Hey!
I mean, I could have done with all the fat jokes, but still,
Yeah.
it's a start.
I mean, the fat jokes were kind of funny. Like, he was like,
were.
you know what's coursing through my veins? And Don Cheadle's like,
Cheese whiz.
probably cheese whiz. He's like,
Yeah.
lightning. It's lightning.
Jeez whiz. That was really funny.
But no, like I'm very happy with Fat Thor, and like I'm sure that he's gonna be skinny in as Guardians of the Galaxy.
I hope not.
I mean, I hope not, but I'm sure he will
I like
be.
when he
Maybe
put his
we could
armor on,
ask
the armor
Guardian.
still made him...
Yeah, the armor. He's still got like a gut in the armor,
yeah.
and he braids his hippie beard.
Love it.
So why didn't you like Fat Thor?
Oh, no, I liked him. I just.
You had a problem with it, though.
Yeah.
from earlier.
I'll say this, though, really quick. The reference to the dude.
Oh,
that was great.
we were talking about that earlier. We're like,
Yeah.
he looks like the Big Lebowski.
Yeah, and then when they
That's
mentioned
that's
it,
what we said it.
Literally said it right before Tony Stark
Right
said
before
it.
Tony Stark said it.
like, come on, Lebowski.
Yeah, it was so great.
It was awesome.
That joke got no love in the theater I was in. I was
Really?
the only one
Your
laughing.
theater's fucked up because they laughed when Natasha died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your theater is stupid.
You had a weird theater. Where'd you see it?
real.
Where did you see it?
Artagon.
Oh.
Also,
Like, we're
not
just
only-
like, oh.
It was a,
That's where you saw it.
when Captain America came out of the, what were you calling the portals?
The boom shoot.
Oh, sorry,
chute.
not Captain. When Black Panther came out of the boom chute,
Yeah.
the entire theater stood up, like standing ovation. Like, I was pretty sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When he showed up, Jeff and I went and did the Wakanda Forever real fast.
Heck yeah.
We just hit the double dab real quick.
Sorry, we're recording a podcast. We can't do
Yeah, right.
Guys, if you can see this right
What else say? Oh, sorry. What else say? Because I mentioned I'm not a big fan of comedic Thor, and that's why I didn't like Fat Thor that much. Like, I still liked him, but I prefer the God of Thunder Thor.
He's the god of thunder.
And
He
not.
still got a thunder.
And he has his good moments. See, I like New Age Thor. I like Thor Ragnarok and this Thor very well because he's got a personality. He's not just some...
Thor Ragnarok was a little better. Like, Thor Ragnarok was literally just like Thor the stand-up hour.
But it was great.
It was
like
fantastic.
the end
What a
of
Thor movie should have been.
Could we compromise and just dye his eyebrows again?
Oh, okay, sure.
what?
In Thor 1, they dyed his eyebrows blonde.
Oh,
Did
that's
they really?
true. Yeah, he looks
Sure,
fucking weird. When you watch it
Ew.
again, it's gross.
That's because no, I like a little humor in my Thor, but like not. That sounded
I like
very
my
weird.
Thor with a cup of humor.
Yeah, you know, just 2 lumps of humor.
I don't know.
2 lumps of humor.
I don't know. I think his humor needs to be at a 6 and not like a 9, 10 all the time.
I can kind
I
of see
will.
that.
I will agree. They overdid it in Ragnarok for me too.
Yeah, they overdid it in
yeah.
Ragnarok, and so like I still had that taste in my mouth, and then he came in Fat Thor.
See, for me, I'll say this: Infinity War Thor was probably the best Thor to date.
Yeah.
Yes, bar none.
That
Yeah.
scene where he finally gets Stormbreaker and he shows up in Wakanda. That's
Yeah.
my favorite scene.
Yeah.
Of like the entire MCU.
Yeah.
Maybe close
Yeah.
to when Cap picks up the hammer.
Dude,
and when
top
he's
tier.
told
That was
when-
top tier Thor. Perfect mix of badassery and humor.
Oh, okay, hold on. That's getting this just in. Jeff, what's the next question?
Jeff.
What were your feelings when Captain America called, what the fuck's it called?
Mjolnir.
Mjolnir.
Nut.
Began
I
to
think
wield
it's
it.
Mjolnir.
What the fuck?
Anyway.
Who cares? Do you speak Nordic?
What were your
Yes.
feelings about it?
Nut. One word.
nut.
Succinct. Simple. Nut.
Yep.
That was amazing. Well,
Yep.
see, when the actually getting stabbed into his chest, I thought Thor was the one calling the hammer, and I was like, okay, yeah, like call it in, bash him. But when Cap picks it up and he's wielding it, I fucking lost.
Oh, yeah.
because I did not see that coming.
What did your theater do, Kevin?
Oh, everybody clapped. It was
Okay.
great.
Okay.
I
So
will
they had
say
a normal
though,
reaction.
They had a
I
normal
will say
reaction.
though, does that make him one of the strongest Avengers?
Oh yeah.
Because he
No.
not only has like
No,
the
it makes
super
him one of the
serum-
worthiest.
Yeah, worthy.
Also, if you
Because
go
in
back,
Age of
not about
Ultron,
strength, it's about being
nudged,
worthy.
Yeah, he nudged
He
it.
nudged it in
And I
Age
like
of
that
Ultron.
subtle hint, like all these years later, like, oh, we fucking we told you.
when Thor's like, I
He's
knew
like,
it.
I knew it, and then he just.
Yeah, that was hilarious. I also love that moment where it got back to like classic like funny Thor, but also badass Thor is when Cap had the axe and Thor had the hammer, and he's like, no, I get the big one.
He's like,
Yeah.
you take I get the big one.
That's great. Not enough Groot. I just realized that.
Well, he's dead most
He was
of the
dead
movie.
most of the movie.
I know, but like I would have liked to see with him kicking butt, but he didn't get
Well,
one.
and they show him a bit with during the Hail Mary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still like a teenager. I always forget that Vin Diesel is Groot.
Me too. I saw
Like
that.
when he shows up at the premieres and everything, I'm like, wait, who the? Oh, that's right.
I get the
like-
same way with Bradley Cooper.
Yeah,
Bradley Cooper
Rocket
does such a
Raccoon.
great job as
He really
phenomenal,
does.
though.
He's
He
phenomenal.
really does.
Yeah,
him doing motion capture.
but like, Vin Diesel makes so much money and gets so much credit for just saying, I'm Groot.
Yeah.
Like,
Does he
that's
do
it.
the mocap of Groot, or is it just the voice?
I think that they have somebody do the mocap. At least in the first movie, they had somebody do it because he had to be on stilts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he was tall.
Yeah, but in this one, it's like a
But
little...
apparently he learned how to say it in different languages. So to him in like the other movies, because he only needs to learn how to say three words.
Yeah, so he learned how to say it in
Well,
every...
technically four, because we are Groot.
Yeah, it's true. The one time he says we are Groot. But yeah, I did read that. He learned how to say
Maybe
it in
less,
every
'cause-
language they were translating the movie into.
Yeah.
So that way
Which
he
is pretty
could always...
Because you only have to say it
Yeah,
once. So you only got to get it right once.
Yeah, he needs to know I am, we, and are, because I'm
Yeah.
guessing Groot is the same in every end.
Yes.
He looks like Groot.
Yes, we Groot.
Kovneck Groot!
Anybody else want to throw in a foreign language? All right, good talk.
No, next question.
Next question.
Who do you think the next big villain will be? Jared and I talked about one.
We talked about this
Hold
earlier.
on, let's see what they say first.
Okay, yeah.
So, confession time. I'm a fan of these because of the movies. I have no idea what comes next.
All right.
So you
Fair
don't-
enough.
You don't know any other big villains? Oh, you just watched the movies?
I just watched the movies, yeah.
You guys have any ideas who the next big villain could be? Who's the next Thanos?
Who's the next
Galactus.
big villain?
Yeah, Thanos. The next Thanos.
Who's the next? Yeah, who's the
Oh,
next? big
Galactus.
villain?
I do know Galactus.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Galactus for sure.
That's
That's
a
a good
Wait, hold on, Kevin.
Galactus would be cool. Also,
Because now they own the rights to him.
I think that if they held on to it long enough, the scroll would be an awesome.
So I heard about Secret War that they could potentially
Yeah.
be building up to Secret War now, which would be cool.
Secret War.
Well,
That's
I
with
was.
the scrolls.
That's what the
Yeah.
scrolls.
Oh, okay. I thought they were good guys.
See, that's the
there's-
thing that's confusing.
You got to.
Yeah,
Is
well,
it
the
the comics they're
MCU,
bad
the
guys?
MCU was different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do Secret War though, you got to get Squirrel Girl into the mix because she's such a big part of that comic series.
I'm waiting for his scroll.
Squirrel Girl, she's already animated with Milana Vayntrub, who's a great comedian.
That was really good too.
That's the AT&T girl.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
She was also in all those Jake and Mirror videos I like.
Yeah.
That was also a joke that she was a big part of that. She is, but I don't think that she's necessary. Like I liked that they didn't use Silver Surfer, and like they used Silver Surfer in the comics, but they used Captain Marvel in this one. And I thought that was a good swap for like a cosmic hero. So I mean, you could just swap that for any ground hero. As like the next thing, I think Skrull would be really interesting to have like the Secret War of like following these heroes and then figuring out like maybe even a hero that has an entire movie. Like you're on their side and then you figure out that like
They've been a
they've
Skrull
been
the
whole
lying
time.
the whole
Like Don
time.
Cheadle.
Thinking back on it, though, I don't think they're gonna do.
I don't think that that'll be their main villain.
I don't think they're gonna do Galactus yet. Only because I don't think in Phase 4 we're gonna see any of the Fantastic Four or X-Men yet.
Really?
I
That's
think they're
true.
gonna get.
It
I think
might
they're gonna
be a
get
bit
through
soon.
Phase 4 because they have that terrible
many
Fantastic Four
remakes
movie that just came
Spider-Man?
out.
That's your Fan Force.
You gotta give enough time for the current X-Men movies because they're not gonna use the same people.
No.
No.
I know, but they're not gonna use.
They're
I
not.
like the current X-Men movie.
I haven't
I
watched
like-
any of them.
I have them all on DVD.
And
Why do you always have the movies I've never seen on DVD?
I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, every time I say it.
I
They're
haven't
going
seen
to
the
do-
DVD shop
I don't
anyway.
think they need
Like,
to
Paula,
phase
have you
them
seen this
out.
movie? Okay, perfect. I'm gonna buy that one.
They need to phase those movies, those actors out before they can introduce them into the. Maybe they'll have some cameo type things or references to them, but Galactus is very Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
You know what would be like right out of left field would be if the next big bad guy was the Mandarin.
No, they already used them.
Well, but
Maybe
I
the
mean, they
real
do a
Mandarin.
real
so-
Mandarin.
No, well,
The
so they
real
had the
Mandarin.
cameo of the real Mandarin. In like the thing where he got mad at the fake Mandarin, which I think that could be like a super long con.
Yeah.
What about Adam Warlock?
That'd be
Adam
cool.
Warlock's not a bad guy.
I know,
Well,
but there are arcs where he is, and he
there
kind of
are.
is.
The second Infinity War one, he's he's
And
It's
Adam
complicated.
Warlock has been teased already in Guardians.
Exactly.
too.
He's probably gonna show up in
many,
Guardians
so many
3.
So,
movies
yeah.
later and still nothing.
Yeah.
That's
probably
right.
gonna be in Guardians 3. I guess they could do Kang the Destroyer.
I'm just so
But-
mad they already used Ronan the Accuser because, if anything, he has the best name out of every comic book villain of all
Well,
time.
they killed him, so.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. He is.
You
so
know
dead.
who's gonna be the next big villain? Calling it out, Kraven the Hunter.
That'd be great.
The man who
fantastic.
hunts lions from the Spider-Man comics.
He's actually,
Oh.
he's actually the main villain in the Amazing Spider-Man comic right now.
Is he?
Is he?
Well, he's gonna be the main villain of the MCU.
All right,
Phase 4.
I'm calling it now. Howard the Duck.
They've been teasing it.
Howard the Accuser.
You know, I was waiting to get the third one in, but you beat me to it.
So the next one wants us to rank the MCU movies.
No.
I haven't seen
No,
them.
there's
We're here
22 of them.
There's 22 of them,
Okay,
and we're
what
already
is
2
your-
hours in. How long are we at recording now?
Or 150.
How about instead just what's your favorite?
I've had to pee since before we started.
Did you
What's
really?
your
I really
favorite,
have
not
to. You really
including any of the Avengers? What's your favorite, not including any of the Avengers movies?
Your favorite what?
favorite movie,
Marvel movie?
not including the Avengers? The toss-up between Civil War or Guardians 1.
Probably Winter Soldier, or I'll say Winter Soldier, Iron
See,
Man.
Civil War's technically an Avengers movie.
Is it?
Yeah. They're all in it.
Yeah, but it's Captain
Captain America. I'm just mean like
Everyone
none
calls
of
it
the,
Avengers 3.
none of the four
Really
Avengers
is.
ones, because let's be honest, there's nothing like that pinnacle of the original Avengers movie where they like even that splash scene at the beginning where they're all fighting and like time slows down and you can see all of them. Like that still like really gets me going every time I see it.
Yeah.
Age of Ultron.
That's Age of Ultron. You're right.
It's the beginning of Age of Ultron.
Wait.
Wah, wah.
Anyways,
I'd say Guardians.
Guardians, yeah.
I still love Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yeah.
I gotta rewatch that movie.
Another one that I loved is Doctor Strange.
God,
Doctor Strange is
really
of
good.
effing
Yeah.
course you have it on DVD. Doctor Strange is my
All the MCU
like
movies are
my
right
favorite
there.
male
They're
Avenger.
all right there.
I have Spider-Man on DVD too.
Hurry up, Jeff.
It's a hard question. That was
It is,
why.
Because you're taking out all the good ones. So
Yeah, well, that was
Well,
why.
you're taking out the easy choices.
Black Panther.
don't
You know, I'm sticking with Iron
Man.
Man.
The
First one.
original.
It was the one that started. Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Well, if we're taking
I like
out
Captain
Civil
America
War,
first. I like the first Cap movie.
Yeah. I like Winter Soldier better, but
Yeah.
I like Winter Soldier better.
Yeah, I do like Winter Soldier better than First Avenger, but I feel like, I love Civil War. I know it's like
I like
a
Far From Home as my best Marvel movie.
oh,
yeah.
spoiler alert.
Civil War is
Really
great though that
sucks.
there is like no real villain in that entire movie. It's just all the heroes fighting with each
Well,
other.
no, there is that guy.
There's a villain.
There's
But I mean-
the Russian dude,
German, isn't he?
German. That's right, Hail Hydra.
Oh, I forgot he was in that movie.
Yeah.
Baron.
Go back earlier. I'll recast him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what?
I'll recast.
I would remake
Yeah.
that movie because that freaking doctor chick was a cool villain, and they did diddly squat with her.
The Doctor chick.
Yeah, what was her name? Doctor Payne.
Dr. Payne.
The one who helped make Vision.
Yeah.
So you're talking about Age of Ultron? The one who
That is Age of Ultron.
Is-
You mean, the Asian Doctor.
The one that was like green.
What?
Wait.
That's Star Trek.
No.
That's
Oh man,
Gamora.
Star Trek Beyond Endgame.
The doctor. She had
That's
like
my
the
favorite episode.
And then she had like no nose. Was it? I don't remember.
Next
What?
question. I have no
What the
idea.
heck? Hold on. I'm gonna look it up. You guys just keep talking.
All right, let's just
I'll
move on to
interrupt.
the next question. He'll figure that out.
Well,
Star Trek
now
feature.
does anybody have anything that they really want to mention?
Oh. Closing statements.
Closing statements.
I think
Came
the
so
movie.
soon,
Right? So unexpected.
right? Just like the snap.
So
Yeah.
any questions or anything that you guys wanted to ask?
I think the movie was fantastic. I think that it was.
I have a question. That'll be a little bit of a tough one. What's your favorite scene from any Marvel movie?
The first Avengers, when they finally get all together and the
When they
camera
do that
pans
circle
around.
around and
I like
have
how
that-
they put that in Endgame.
Yeah. I mean, they know it
that's a
too. It's
badass
like, yeah.
moment. They're like, oh,
If we got to use this again, let's just do this. I wouldn't be surprised
we
if
need to make a
them.
3-hour movie. Let's splice some stuff in we already have.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they just did that entire scene just for the reason to include that scene from Avengers.
What about
Talking
you,
about,
Jeff?
That
you
was
never saw Iron
probably,
Man 3,
like-
right? He never saw Iron Man 3, right?
No, I never saw it.
So it's not.
Jared has it on DVD.
I'm trying to think of all the doctors.
The scene.
I might. I know.
Oh my gosh.
I know I have at least Iron Man 1 on DVD.
What were you thinking?
The scene in Captain America: Civil War when Iron Man and Captain America are fighting.
And Bucky joins in too.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, when
That
Bucky
scene-
and Cap are beating the shit out of Iron Man, that's tough to watch.
That scene is
really
so
is.
That's- oh
heavy,
my
and
God.
honestly, it's one of the best acted scenes
It's
in the entire
like one of the
MCU.
best choreographed scenes.
I just realized.
What?
Find out who the doctor was.
Who is it?
It's
Doc?
not from an MCU movie at all.
Yeah.
It's from Wonder Woman.
It's from
Oh, the
what?
one with the mask.
one with the mask.
Wonder Woman one.
Yeah, the
Oh,
Wonder Woman
shit.
villain.
Spoiler alert.
Man, it's nothing that this is
Spoiler
not a
alert.
spoiler cast for Wonder Woman.
I'm a
Not seeing it.
freaking idiot. Holy.
So,
She was a cool villain. I
my
was thinking.
favorite MCU moment is when Thor shows up in Infinity War. And he
Yeah,
just
that's
goes
pretty
and just
cool.
changes the tide of the battle right there. You finally get to see Stormbreaker in action. It's it's the first time since Thor or since Avengers Age of Ultron when you saw Thor use his hammer again. Because it's gone in Thor 3 immediately.
Yeah,
When he's-
Ragnarok.
You show it's in the beginning
hella
when he's
destroyed.
using it. It's very cool. But when he comes in and he's just like, "Where's Thanos?" and he just crashes
Yeah,
down.
man.
Oh my god.
That is pretty awesome.
Oh, I'm getting hyped thinking about it.
We were just saying that we didn't like the first part of Endgame, but I really like when Thanos got his head cut off.
That could be your favorite scene.
That could be your favorite scene. Okay.
I still want to stick with Captain, but
What about you guys?
I'd probably say the Captain one as well.
When Captain and Bucky are beating up Iron Man?
No. When oh, that is oh man,
That scene is really good.
That is a great scene.
That's like one of the most like.
He was on his phone when we talked about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry.
oh, okay. That's one of the best choreographed scenes.
Yeah, what, you're talking about when they're like sharing the shield.
Yeah, when they're bouncing back and forth between them, and like Iron Man's trying to fight back, but he's just getting beat around.
That's okay. All right, it's definitely a tie between that scene and when Captain America grabbed the hammer. Because they're both visceral emotions, but on the opposite spectrum. Because I was so sad watching that. Like it was. Like, watching anybody get beat up on is kind of hard to watch, but like...
Yeah, but watching friends beat up other friends...
Yeah, bro. And you could tell there was no pleasure in that, like, beating. Like, everyone was upset about it. And then, so it's like that where it's like, holy... You know, it's like tearing at your heart.
Yeah.
And then the opposite where it's just like, let's go! He's got the hammer, you're ready to, like, watch him kill it. I love it.
What about you, GF?
Mine's gonna be real fucked up, but it's the snap.
The snap.
No, the snap is really good.
Yeah.
It's
The
a
snap.
great
It
end
changes
of,
everything. It
That's
just
true.
and
That's
it just
a good-
like in that movie, I figured, he'd probably get most of the stones, or he'll get all the stones, and the movie will end.
Yeah.
But then, like
When it
he just-
happens, it's
he
just so
snaps, and you're like,
unexpected.
holy-
Especially the line just before it. Should have went for the head.
yeah,
Yep.
and
I can't snap with my left hand.
Sorry. Can't snap at all.
Jeff can. Jeff's got an amazing snap.
Yeah, he's got a great snap. Look at that snap.
Here's hoping you never come across the Infinity Stone. The way that snap, like
Go my Milky Way.
you don't want to do a survey today?
Boom.
Oh, man.
But no, probably the snap. It's
Yeah.
just, that's the one that like
yeah, it's pretty iconic.
I wasn't expecting. Like, 'cause for the most part, you can kind of figure out a Marvel movie while it's going on.
That's
yeah,
true.
But that one, like, you just figured, he's probably gonna get most of the stones. You know, that's his goal. Because no one knew where the Soul Stone was going into that movie anyway. So it's
Yeah.
like, we probably won't see the Soul Stone or something. But nope, gets them all, snaps, peace, becomes a farmer. No big deal.
that's
Farm
actually
papayas.
papayas.
Yeah.
Papayas.
so I've read Infinity War, the comic series.
So-
What do you want, a cookie?
No. But
It is vastly different.
I saw it. Yeah, I saw the snap coming. I knew everybody was gonna die. But even still, that scene had so much tension in it that I think that you could definitely still argue for it to be great. I also liked the idea that when he snapped to bring everybody back, he couldn't bring anybody who died in any other way.
But it was
Because in
only-
the comic books, specifically, the snap just takes everybody who's alive and puts them into the Soul Stone.
yeah.
And then takes them back out. So, alluding to that, you could potentially have Thanos come back again, because he's in the Soul Stone. If that's how it works in the movies or not.
Yeah, if
So
he's in
the
the Soul
big
Stone.
bad for the next 10 years is just Thanos again.
Again.
I would hate that.
Thanos, Robo Thanos.
Oh, so good.
What is this, a video game? Like,
Oh, Thanos.
Terminator
Robo
Thanos. He's got the
riding
one red
Robo-Godzilla.
eye.
Robo Thanos on a chariot of disappointment.
So anything they want to talk about? Any closing statements to our panel discussion?
Endgame was a good movie, and I'm honored to be on J&J Connections.
No, honestly, thank you guys so much for being
Same.
our
Yeah.
co-hosts.
Thanks for having us.
You guys,
Sure.
you guys did fantastic.
Oh, we're not in closing yet.
Oh,
shit.
we're not?
Oh,
Still
You
in
said
the-
final statements.
I said, anybody else have any other
Jeez,
questions?
and I was
You said
halfway out
final
the door,
statements.
too. About Endgame?
Yes, about Endgame.
Oh,
Specifically
okay.
talking about Endgame stuff.
Okay.
I had like things I wanted to say, but I think I ended up interjecting anyway. Got them all out.
Well, if you got them all, everybody get everything out?
No, but I don't know how long it's gonna take. So when they're looking, when what's
your
her
chance.
what's her face?
Let him talk!
With Black Widow and Hawkeye, right?
Yeah.
They're deciding who's gonna die. The rule is you're supposed to give up what you love the most, right? So call me crazy. I thought for a moment there that Red Skull was gonna be like, "Oh, you, Clint, you already gave up what you love the most. It was your family.
I thought that too.
Like here's
Yeah.
the stone." So
But he didn't give them up.
Yeah, they were taken.
They were
from
taken
him.
away from him.
I had that ration. I had
right.
that same
So
thought.
what's the next thing he loves the most? Black Widow.
His best friend.
They're best friends.
That is his best friend.
Budapest.
Yeah,
True.
remember Budapest?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're a long way from Budapest now.
It was
Yeah,
more,
that's where they met Howard the Duck.
it was more. She sacrificed herself for
What
the
happened
stone
to
too.
Budapest?
Yeah, because
It
she
was like
loves
a
herself more than
it was a
anything
combined thing. She was sacrificing herself to help them.
Yeah.
She was giving her like
else. A soul for a soul.
yeah, it's a soul for a soul. So someone had to go. Didn't matter the reason. Someone had to
Someone
get down.
had to go.
Somebody had to get down there.
Didn't she
and
just
die.
climb down? Maybe she just climbed down.
Yeah, right. She's like,
Would've
I'm
been safer.
here.
She had a
You're my
rope. They had a
soul."
rope.
They did have a rope.
Does anybody know how Red Skull got there?
The Tesseract.
Yeah, the Tesseract.
Tesseract.
When he touched the Tesseract, he gets like.
He even
taken
explains it in Infinity War.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That was...
The Tesseract, the Space Stone, technically,
Right.
rejected him and shot him there.
Oh, okay.
Before
So now he
before Infinity
leads
War came
people
out,
to
I was
treasury
really
vaults.
hoping that after they snapped everyone back, he was gonna come back and like just be like back where he was when he got taken away.
So
Back
in
in
the middle of the air.
Yeah, in the middle of the square.
Oh shit! Like what?
Like cartoon flailing around.
It's like the thing where he sits there, he's like, what the? And then when he finally looks down, that's when gravity takes effect.
Yeah.
And that was gonna be the next Captain America, was them fighting the Red Skull again.
That'd be fun. So we close every spoiler zone type thing with our Rotten Tomato meter.
Oh shit, that's right, the tomato
right,
meter.
tomato meter.
Yeah. So, what do you guys think the tomato meter is? Jared.
Tomato meter, knowing how critics treat Marvel movies, I'm gonna say it's in the 70s or 80s.
I'm gonna say 96%.
I'm gonna say 97.
I was gonna say 97 as well, but I feel like I should go 98 for Price is Right rules.
Do it.
Do we think the audience score or the tomato meter's higher?
Audience score.
I
It's
think
probably like
tomato
100.
meter is higher.
Okay. What do you think the audience? All right. So, what do you think the audience scores are then?
I think it's in the 80s.
I think
Because there are a lot of trolls out there.
I think it's in the 80s because there's a lot of trolls out there.
I think it's 100.
Well, just with the
100.
All right.
101.
Are we all ready?
Yeah.
You want me to go the highest or lowest first?
Give me the low.
Audience score?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
91%.
91.
91. Okay.
The tomato meter
Yeah.
is at 95%.
Wow.
It's certified fresh.
No way.
Look at
wow.
that.
Good on you.
The numbers were a little higher before the weekend was over, but those are the
Good job,
basically-
Endgame.
Yeah, way to go, Endgame.
Yeah.
Way to go, Russo brothers.
Yeah, honestly.
Way to go, what was it, Marco and Anthony?
I don't know.
When's
Joe and Anthony.
Joe and Anthony. I was close with the O sound.
Yeah.
I'm getting there.
It's the same thing.
Marco.
Joe, Marco, same thing.
He always messes up the names of the people who do the things that we
That's true. That's
It's
that's
kinda
your
my-
shtick.
So anyway, guys,
Shoots.
in closing, thank you everyone who sent in their questions this week
Thank you.
about Endgame, and thank you for everyone on our panel today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in, guys.
It's fun.
My pleasure.
Thanks for coming in for our first guest ever.
I know, and we had 3 of
I'm
them.
honored. Yeah.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
If you guys want to be guests on the show, good luck.
Yeah, anybody else?
Yeah.
We got our top picks.
We practiced for years to get to this point.
I've been playing the long game. I met Jared in 6th grade and just stuck around on the off chance he did a podcast about it.
Me since the first Iron Man. Like one day.
One day I'm gonna be on a fucking podcast. This is the J&J Avengers.
Yes. So,
Sorry, no female characters. We couldn't find one in time.
you guys,
None of us know any.
you
a
guys
girl.
can reach us on Twitter
At Connections J,
on Facebook
the J&J Connections podcast.
and you can email us questions in
At jnjconnections69@gmail.com.
Of course it is.
You can
69.
Yeah, it does. You can listen to us on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, the Google Play,
Spotify, YouTube.
Yeah, we have a YouTube channel. There. So, yeah, you can reach us on
look at you guys
YouTube
go.
at the J&J Connections podcast.
Rock on.
It's just the audio stuff, but we will be putting up fun stuff too. So keep an eye out on that.
Cool.
And yeah, we'll be back again next week with normal episodes.
Yeah.
We will not be drunk. We will just be
Just,
just us. It'll be a tea time.
Oh, it's a
probably.
tea time. Oh
Is
boy, I
it?
better get started. I better get my tea broiling. Well, I don't
Yeah,
think
it's gonna be tea time because
I don't think anybody wants a spoiler zone
think it's
after the
boiling.
last 3
Yeah,
episodes
right.
of spoiler zone.
I think
the people are thirsty for some tea.
Our next spoiler zone is Detective Pikachu.
Is it? Oh,
Ooh,
that's
my
right.
When is that coming out?
That comes out May 10th.
It comes out next week.
What?
Yeah, next week.
So 2 episodes from now will probably be Detective Pikachu then.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'll see you back here for Detective.
Yeah.
And another panel discussion.
Our next, can I announce our next big panel one? Do you remember what it was?
I do, but what if something else comes out before then? That's
Nothing
big.
big is coming out.
You don't know
I
that.
don't know that, dude. My birthday.
One of our, we will be looking for people for a big panel one for episode 9. So
Star
people who
Wars.
like Star
You
Wars.
guys just like the Hedgehog.
We're gonna.
I said that.
So we will be looking for people for that. We got a lot of fun events planned for the rest of the year too? Different show type things we're
Like
gonna
Sonic
be
the
doing?
Hedgehog.
No. But,
Starring James Marsden
Oh my lord.
and Jim Carrey.
all right, let's wrap this up. So, I'm Jeff,
I'm Jared.
I'm Pablo.
I'm Kevin.
And I'm Borja.
and this has been J&J Connections.
Yeah.
You guys, stay connected.
Also,
What?
fuck you, Ryan.
Yeah!
Yeah.
You suck,
This
Ryan!
is what we think of you.
Ooh. Bye, Ryan.
Bye, Ryan.
Borja, you're not gonna say anything about Ryan?
Are you there, Ryan? Ryan,
Are you there, Ryan? It's me, Borja.
are you there? Hello? No, he's not there. Thank God.
All right, bye, everybody.
Bye.